It's up here in the summertime. If the pool is open, window. Wow, this is nice. They got a whole inside track. Hey, what's up everybody? It's your man, Will. Hope everybody is doing all well and staying positive. Hey man, the seasons are starting to change in Chicago. We in fall and it's right around the corner from winter. So I would say, you know, next time y'all see me, I'll probably be in snow or something like that, but hopefully not. But anyway, today I'm actually over here in the Roseland neighborhood, back on the south side of Chicago. And today I'm starting this video on 103rd Street, right over here at Gateley Field. Gateley Field is right across the street from Corliss High School, and Gateley Field is a stadium where Chicago Public Schools and other organizations host football games and other sporting events. So yeah, I'm gonna start off over here, and we're gonna take out a couple of things over here in Roseland. And since I'm over here, I might as well check out Pullman section of the neighborhood as well. Pullman is a historic neighborhood that has a lot of history, so I'm gonna check that out also. So if you are rocking with my content, please leave a like and hit that subscribe button, and also write a comment. And I really appreciate the comments too, because I've learned a lot in the comments, and people leave some cool comments and information. So yeah, I love y'all. Let's take this walk. All right, y'all, quick plug. If you're creating content and still stacking your camera on books and random objects, upgrade your life. This is the Cambo Photo 73-inch tripod and monopod. It's tall, lightweight, super stable, and the head rotates smooth, no shaky pans. And the center column pops out and turns into a monopod so you can move fast when you need to. The crazy part is very affordable for the quality that you're getting. Legit one of the best budget tripods I've used. Works with DSLRs, Murals, phones, GoPros, all of it. The link is in the description if you want to check it out. All right, back to the video. This is one of the big stadiums, sports fields on the south side. I showed you all Eckesall Stadium in one of the Southside Southeast videos, and this is Gateley Stadium, and they also have night games over here. So this is one of the stadiums where they have homecoming games and all of that stuff. Now this is a new building that was built, I'll say it was a few years ago, and this is the Dr. Conrad Worrill Track and Field Center. I've never been inside of here, but looks pretty dope. I won't see if I can go inside, but this is a rec center. It's pretty cool. Let me see if I can go in. Wow, this is nice. They got a whole inside track for track and field right over here on 103rd Street. This looked like some Olympic level type stuff. Looks like it's been structured to do everything. They even got the long jump sand pits. It's an indoor basketball. This is really nice. Really nice. This is nice. They even got a fitness center. You pay a monthly fee. You got access to all of this. They even got locker rooms, all type of stuff. Nice. Wow, that's a nice basketball court. Get your full court basketball on. And they even have the nets on the backboard. And right across from Gateley and the sports facility, you have Wendell Smith Public School. It's a elementary school. And always like the modern design of this elementary school. You can tell it was built, I don't know, maybe the 60s, 70s. Someone let me know in the comments, but this school looks totally different from the other elementary schools in Chicago because of this design. Wendell Smith, the Eagles. Was that a seagull? No, that's a seagull. Oh, I didn't know that. Wendell Smith Seagulls. I like the architecture on that. I like the colors too, that yellow and that blue. I want to say it used to be black back in the day. Corliss is one of the high schools in the Roseland area. You have Corliss, you have Phillips. Well, Phillips is like on the borderline on the other side. You have Julian is in this area. Then you have Gwendolyn Brooks. We go check out Gwendolyn Brooks also. This is right over here. And there's one more that I'm forgetting, Harlan. Harlan is off of 95th Street, right over there by the train station. I think we can check that one out too. But yup, this is Corliss. If you went to Corliss, leave a comment. Yup, this is a nice little campus right across the street from the stadium. There's always a lot of kids out here, man, at 3 o'clock, man. It's like bonkers, especially when it's a game. It's a lot of kids, a lot of gathering, and hope they out here behaving. But let's keep walking. Dunkin' Donuts, that's been built recently over the past years. And then you have Grocery Basket, man. Grocery Basket been here like for decades. It's like one of the last standing, like, I want to say they privately own, but I'm sure they probably got some type of connection to a bigger grocery. But they've been on this corner for decades. I used to do like hot meals on Sundays. I used to go to this grocery store when I used to live in this area, but it's still open. Because I think the next grocery store from here is Walmart, like off of 111. So yeah, Grocery Basket's still here. Let's keep going. In this portion of Roseland, it's like a lot of Cape Cod houses, a lot of Georgians and stuff like that. Also with the architecture, there's a lot of 3 flat buildings, kind of scattered. But mostly in this area off of 103rd, a lot of these houses are like Cape Cod houses, raised ranches and Georgians. But it's a nice fall day, got the leaves on the ground. I want to say the houses in this area, since COVID and the market changes, I think you can get a house over here for like 3 something, maybe high 200s, 300,000, 350, something like that. This week, Chicago has been in the news again, and it's related to the students from Bright Elementary that unfortunately beat up this lady and her kids while she was picking them up from school. And the kids was teasing them. I only saw bits and pieces of the video. They even had a video. They videoed the whole crime. And the lady was hospitalized because she was pregnant. And she just came home from the hospital because she had sickle cell. And these bad kids found an opportunity to mess with her and her kids that day. And it was, man, it was super embarrassing and sad to hear about this story that as a community, as a point of time where kids are not respecting adults. But it was real sad to watch some kids actually disrespect and put bodily harm on an adult. It's sad. It's like, where's the parenting? Where's the guidance? Where is the instilling of respect, self-respect? You know, are parents talking to their kids about crime? Are they trying to teach their kids to be good people? But I've came to the conclusion this week, it's like you think about community, and a lot of these houses don't have family. There's no families, there's no nuclear structure of family. And I believe when there is no family, there's no community. And this is the outcome. Again, that was just one news story. Then the other night, at the Christmas lighting downtown Chicago, when they light the tree and they open up the Christmas Village downtown on Randolph and in between like Washington and Clark and all of that over there, where a lot of people come downtown to start their Christmas shopping and stuff like that, a lot of families. It was one of those teen takeovers and multiple people got shot. Multiple people got shot. I think a guy died. I think a little boy died. 13 years old, died. And I think it was like around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, just downtown, just crazy. And again, it's black kids. It's black kids. I'm not afraid to talk on this stuff, y'all. It's black kids that's doing this stuff. What's up with our people? When do you go to an event like that and bring guns and want to start to fight and do things? That whole area is supposed to be for happiness and glee and for families to enjoy themselves, to start the holiday season where some people celebrate. A lot of people celebrate. But then it's ended in violence where multiple people get shot and a little boy loses his life. What is the parents doing? What's the solution? Or is there a solution? Because I'm starting to think like it's too far gone. Society is too far gone. And I think it's just going to evolve to something else, unless something drastic happens. But I don't know, you all. It's just my 2 cents. Tell me what you all think in the comments. But those two events is showing you the state of people. This is where we at as a society. Leave a comment, tell me what you all think. Going through one of these viaducts over here. It is a cool mural that one of my homeboys painted a few years ago to pay homage to the black sleeper car, the black Pullman sleeper car workers. There were men that used to work on the trains, and he did a beautiful mural. Check this out. speaking out against demanding hours and demeaning pay. The Pullman Porters were the first Black labor union to successfully win better working conditions, helping to lay the foundation for the ongoing fight for equal rights and social justice. So, you know, back in the day, they used to work people to death, especially Black people. You had to work damn near 24 hours a day, and then the pay was trash. So good for these brothers, these porters that stood up to the powers that be to get better pay and better conditions. And back in the day, being a Pullman porter was a decent job. I love the detail in this mural. He snapped on here too. And that brother looked dignified, you know, he looked happy, like, yes, I'm working. That's all people want to do is get a job, man, work, take care of their families, and have a nice place to live. You know, for the most part, that's what all people want. So this is beautiful. My homie Cujo Nelson snapped on this. He did the factory house over here. We're gonna walk over there and check that out too. This is the other side. Pullman porters rose from the rails to create a legacy of resilience, resistance, and progress for our nation. I like that message. This is nice. I even like how he snapped on the typography. It's nice. The detail. Feel like I'm on this train or waiting on the train, standing right here. Yeah, this is awesome. I've seen this mural, but this is my first time walking up on it. I drove past it and just peeped it, but to stand up on it and to see all the details, see how he did like the glows around the typography, it's dope. So here's moving here in the Pullman area. Let's keep walking. Look like they're doing some construction over here. Like they're going to put a new sidewalk right here. This is much needed, because you used to have to walk in the street right here. So them putting a sidewalk right here is awesome. So I would say over the past few years, there's been a lot of investment in this area of Pullman. It all started maybe about 13 years ago when they put that Walmart over there. Then they had Method Soap that was over there. I think they closed, and so I believe they got bought out. And then now they have like some fast food restaurants over there. You got like Chick-fil-A, Culver's, and all of that stuff, like right off the exit of the 111th Street, right off of the Bishop Ford 94. I'm kind of happy that they did something over there, because other than that, it used to be a strip club over there called The Factory. And it was all type of negativity, all type of stuff that people was trying to fight against, because that strip club, and it was bringing a whole nother element to this neighborhood. And again, negativity, but people don't think about morals and how it affects a community when they just thinking about money. Now this building here is the Pullman factory, man. This is where they used to build those sleeper carts for the trains. You know, back in the 1800s, man, the train was like the airplanes. And people used to buy tickets, and they'd be sitting there with their families. You can ride across the country. And it's still here hundreds of years. A lot of the building has fell down. This thing is hundreds of years old. I would say about 200 years old, maybe older than that. You all can correct me in the comments, but I know it's a plaque over here. Go walk around and see this plaque. But this building was really condemned, and over the past decade, they've been doing some restoration to this building because, you know, it's a part of Chicago's history. And a lot of men worked here. And this is one of the industries that really developed the Roseland neighborhood, the Roseland and the Pullman neighborhood, because a lot of people that worked here and also the surrounding steel mills and such helped develop this neighborhood. Look at that architecture. Yeah, they cleared all of this, man. This used to be grimy over here. But now this is the visitor center. This was abandoned for decades until they came in and restored this section of the building. And now it's a visitor center. It's closed today, but the outside and that clock up there, it's dope. But George Pullman, man, he was grimy. He was a grimy businessman. He was all about greed. And he helped industrialize Chicago by inventing the sleeper carts for the trains, and gave a lot of jobs. But that man, he was all about himself, because his workers, he built this whole village over here. Now we go walk down one of these streets. Pullman neighborhood was basically all of George Pullman's workers. They worked here, so they got their paycheck, right? And then it was like, oh damn, we got to give our paycheck right back to George Pullman because we're renting our houses and apartments from the company. So that man was just getting money hand over fist by exploiting his workers. And until the workers started standing up and standing up to that crap. But all of this building has been around here since maybe the 1890s. Yeah, like the 1890s, this building has been over here. This section right here, it fell down. Oh, they do have a plaque over here. Machines and workers. 1882, that's when he invented it, okay. But yep, that's how it used to look. But that's what a lot of those early industrial guys like Carnegie, Rockefeller, J.P. Morgan, Thomas Edison, all of them dudes, man, they were all about enriching themselves. And they never paid their workers on time. They used to even have kids working, man, until people started standing up and demanding rights. And that's when we were finally able to get the 5-day working schedule, where people can work 5 days a week and 40 hours a week. And I guess it's better. I mean, I guess it's a little bit better than working countless hours. 9 times out of 10, you didn't even get paid or paid on time because these people were just using people. But this building is a part of Chicago history. Pullman sleeper carts are a part of Chicago's history. So yeah, right over here on the south side. But this is the walk. People used to come through these gates to come to work. That gate. I don't know if this is the original gate, but if it is, it's pretty nice. The stone, 1889. Oh, 1880. Okay. Have like these row houses that he built for his workers to live in, to buy and to rent. They're very narrow. You know, back in the 1800s, they didn't build like huge apartments and houses and stuff like that. But it was just enough for them to come in, rest, maybe see their family, and then go back to work. But people have been buying them and rehabbing them because the structures are still solid brick. And the ones that have been rehabbed are really expensive now. But people still have pride of this neighborhood and the history that it has because it was built from hardworking people back in the day. So you have a lot of community-based activities, organizations that still involved, still hold the Pullman neighborhood up. That's a real nice one right here. It's real nice right there. But this whole stretch from 111th all the way to 115th. All these houses, this village, this working village that George Pullman built for his workers. He even put a church over here. Like y'all can go pray. This probably used to be one of the boss's houses right here. It's pretty big. Yeah, it's pretty big. That one over there too, that was probably a supervisor house or something. Or maybe George's crib when he wasn't downtown in his luxury mansion. He probably had a house over here as well. But you think about the community back then, when people were community, everybody worked the same place, had their families. It was probably real friendly and chill back over here, because everybody was in the same situation. But it's nice. Think about community now. Community is, it's like a foreign word. What happened to our communities, especially in the Black neighborhoods, man? What happened to the communities? Look at this church. That looked like one of the cathedrals from England or something, the way they built this one. Somebody bought it and restoring it. Look at that steeple. What if this is going to be somebody's house? Man, that'd be like a mansion. It's going to be something. Somebody bought it. It's being restored. And right over here in this little Pullman section is real nice. They even got a little cafe over there. Yeah, it's a restoration project. I'm sure they're raising funds. Sorry, y'all, the sun beaming. Look at this window. Look at that craftsmanship. It's probably all made by hand. On this thing here, it says the Pullman, the town of Pullman. This was a town back in the day in 1800s. They say it was one of the first most planned industrial communities in America. So probably because the way the streets are designed, the houses are laid out, that was something that was new. Like the way we look at housing development now in neighborhoods, like with blocks and infrastructure and all of that, that was new back then. And I bet you a lot of people from all over the world was coming to look at this neighborhood to see how it was designed back in the 1800s. And this building here, it said it was some type of rose and herb garden. But look at this, y'all. He had a whole town based off his factory. Houses to the north, a whole town and houses to the south. Got a lumber yard over there, row houses, and then you have the trains just coming in and out, moving that product. And this is the railroad depot. This house that we're standing in front of now. No, I'll take that back. That's the railroad depot. And this was a hotel. So this was a hotel. So probably all the businessmen, when they was coming over here to buy the rail carts, they was like, okay, you can stay in the Florence Hotel across the street. You can do your business. That's probably how they were sounding back in the day. Probably not a black person in sight either. Oh man, but it's still standing. I want to say somebody opened up a restaurant up in this boy a few years ago, like a section of it. I wonder if it's still open. Yeah, this is the Pullman area, y'all. I'm gonna keep walking. Let's see what else we can see over here. Pullman, Roseland area. And that's the man, George Pullman. It's nice detail in here, Static. You got the workers here. Yeah, Static snap. For him to get the essence of the people working, and it's all spray paint. All spray paint. Look at the clock. That detail. All spray paint. Look at that contrast. Look at that contrast. Okay, Static, I see the subtle contrast. The rail yard, how they was rolling them in and out. Salon Beeman. I don't know who this individual is. Maybe he was the individual that created the steam engine, since he has him right here by the steam engine. I can look him up when I get home. Over here on 111th, you have Palmer Park. It's one of the biggest parks over here in Roseland. A lot of seniors come over to this park. They walk in the morning. You'll see them like walking early in the morning, holding their sticks to fight off the dogs. Probably some crackheads too, unfortunately, but they walk this whole park all the way around. It's probably a few miles if you go all the way around, but Palmer Park. They redid these basketball courts some years back, and it has a pool, has a field house, and nice baseball diamond too. Like I said, in a lot of these videos, Chicago is blessed to have all of these parks. And I think that's so dope, the way they plan this city out to give the residents green spaces and activity spaces all throughout the city. Both sides, all sides of town. North side, west side, south side, it's always, it's a park you can go to and kick back, play ball, swim, all of that. And you see right here, Palmer Park, they have some water slides. So you don't have to go all the way out to the suburbs to ride a water slide. So it's nice to have water slides up here in the summertime if the pool is open. Kids can ride the water slides in the pool. And it's a pretty nice sized pool too. I think the pool over there goes to about 9 feet, 7 feet. Nice. And across the street from Palmer Park, over here on 111th and King Drive, you have Gwendolyn Brooks High School. It's a college prep high school. But back in the day, it was owned by the Catholic Society, the Archdiocese, and it used to be called St. Martin de Porres and Mendel. And this is a huge high school, but back in the day, it used to be a Catholic high school. And Mendel used to throw parties, and it was known to really usher in the house music scene in the 1980s, early 90s. And but now CPS bought the school, I would say maybe back in the mid 90s, and they renamed it and they expanded the school also, and now it's Gwendolyn Brooks High School. But back in the day, I used to hear about St. Martin de Porres and Mendel parties when I was a kid. I used to always want to go, but I was too young. But yeah, but this is a beautiful campus. This almost looks like a college campus, like right here on 111th. So yeah, so it's another one of the big high schools. right across the street from Palmer Park. So imagine if this gate wasn't up and it was just open to the park and the kids had just had this whole nice campus to sit out here and study and do things like that. But now the school system isn't designed for kids to have freedom to do that type of things. And also it's just a different society now. Teenagers are on a whole nother level now I can't even relate to. Yeah, you get your fashion, you get all of that. And then this restaurant up here, the Ranch Steakhouse. Me and my homeboys used to come up here in the early 2000s and get a steak dinner. It's still open too. Oh, it's still open. Right there remodeled too. Nice. But over here, right here on 112th Street, used to be this department store called Gateley's. That sound familiar, right? Gateley's. And it's a huge department store where they had like, you know, clothes, and you can get everything. And it's one of the premier department stores on the South Side back in the 40s and the 50s, but now the building has been tore down, I believe. I think like a good portion of the building is tore down. But you all can look it up, Gateley's. But Michigan, man, this used to be the spot. Again, like I said, I'm over here early. A lot of these stores are just opening up. This is one of the business corridors on the South Side. Now, a lot of these businesses are like closed or for lease. Or they're like, beauty supply, you can come get some blue jeans, stuff like that. Now we over here, 112th Place. This brother sweeping. But I couldn't come over to the Roseland area and did not stop at Old Fashioned Donuts and get some donuts this morning. I don't know if they open or closed. Maybe they closed today. I think it's Sunday, it's closed. We're gonna see. Yeah, they closed today. I guess that's a good thing, so I don't gotta buy no sweets. But yeah, but if you ever in a Roseland neighborhood, check out Old Fashioned Donuts. Donuts are delicious. But unfortunately, when I used to live over here, Michigan, this stretch of Michigan Avenue was known to have prostitution, man. Prostitution. I hated it because at nighttime, all you see is, unfortunately, young women up here selling themselves. for a little bit of nothing. And then they used to bring their Johns or whatever behind my house and park, you know, behind my garage. And they used to do their little act. I used to come outside, pull my car out. It used to be condoms, used condoms on the ground, all of that type of stuff. So eventually I had to move from that house. It was starting to get too much. But I was young and that was my first house. I was proud of that house too. But I had to move because unfortunately stuff was leaking over to where I lived and I couldn't go for that. But look at this beautiful mural. This young sister reading. It's dope. I don't even know who painted this. They didn't even sign it. They didn't even sign it. I have no idea who did this. It's a Dabble tag on the side, but I don't know if Dabble got down like this. This mural is sweet. All right, y'all, it's been pretty cool walking around Roseland and Pullman today. I haven't really walked over this way since I used to live here some years back, so pretty much the area is the same. As you all see, most of these neighborhoods on the south side are the same. It's sad to see most of the business corridors are closed up or just no development, and pretty much this neighborhood is the same. Also, Roseland neighborhood is a big neighborhood, and it'll take me a couple of days to really cover it all. But I just want to show you all some sites that I think is pretty cool over here, and just some things that I walked up on. So I appreciate you all watching. I appreciate you all commenting, liking my videos and sharing them. I have a new series of videos that I'll be releasing in a few months that's going to be cool. That's going to be showing you some more things around Chicago and then also outside of Chicago. So please subscribe so you all can check those out if you haven't already. Again, please stay positive and have a good week and a good month, and also have a good holiday. You know, the holidays is coming up, so I'll see you all on the next video. Peace out, my 2 cents.